Here I changed it to Bitch of Bergen-Belsen, which she was also called, but they call it here the Beast of Bergen-Belsen, Beast of Belsen, the Hyena of Auschwitz. This horrible woman. No doubt this woman existed, was horrible. They had the worst of the worst running these concentration camps. This woman did not run a concentration camp because she is being played by Florence Lounsbury, who is the wife of John Lounsbury. And again, probably a bad idea to put these people up without sufficient makeup on her face. You have an ear here and an ear here. So somebody who does biometrics, you can have a look, but these women are identical. I don't pull them out of my hat. I don't need to look at 2 million images. I'm comparing Nazis with Disney employees and Disney people or from the Moor Hall Studios. Wolf Hess, Rudolf Hess's son, and this is from Life magazine. What a sterling periodical. I don't think they publish it much anymore. And here he is, a man named Jack Miller. And you notice the likeness. Here's Jack Miller again. He's an artist. Here he's walking with Disney. For some reason, Disney's carrying his own bag. I'm not sure what's in it that he needs to carry it. But in any case, Wolf Hess is Jack Miller. This is Paul Smith. I think he's musical, and Nazi named Otto Resch, and this one is sort of instinct because they look identical in some ways and different in others. So it's got kind of this flat appearance and flat forehead. Here it's more rounded. There is something called lens distortion, and depending on where the camera is and the type of lens and the angle, you may get a more rounded effect to the head or a flatter effect. There may be some prosthetics here on the face, but these are very similar. And again, I'm not looking at 2 billion images. I am simply comparing uh, movie studio people with Nazis. So I believe this is the same person. All right, this one's really bad. So just bear with me on this. This one takes it to new heights of ugly. This is Reinhard Heydrich over here, and the architect of the Holocaust and deportation, extermination of Jews, horrible man. Jews were deported. There were horrible people there. Thousands of people, millions of people killed. You know, this guy didn't do it. This is an actor. The people who did it are gone. They got away scot-free. They moved to the United States in Operation Paperclip. They moved to South America through the Vatican connection. This guy didn't do it. This guy had nothing to do with it. He is an artist. And can you find him in this picture? This is not so hard to find. And here he is. So this is a guy named Charles Filippi over here. And you can see that there is a distinct resemblance between the two. And again, I didn't go through 2 billion images, compared Nazis with Disney or other actors. Now, it's about to get worse, much worse. So try and look up Charles Filippi. You can't find him on regular Wikipedia. So go to French Wikipedia, and we see he did all these different films. Why you can't find it in English, I don't know. I mean, Pinocchio, Fantasia, the Recalcitrant Dragon. Um, so then we Google Charles Filippi and Google Images, and all these things come up, and I'm sure they're of great meaning, but this one really caught my eye. And for anybody who has been around long enough, you would recognize almost immediately that that is Charles Schulz, the creator of Peanuts cartoons. So this is a very, very big and popular artist. Apparently, he was doing something else as Charles Filippi, but well, I haven't proven this is Charles Schulz, but let's see if I can. So, if Reinhard Heydrich is Charles Filippi, then is he also Charles Schulz, creator of Peanuts? Let's find out and thank Google for helping us with this. Oh, my one special effect. All right, and here we go. Boom. Here's a picture of Charles Schulz as a young man. This is Reinhard Heydrich. Now, again, I didn't look at 2 billion pictures. I didn't pull this out from anywhere. I mean, this is research. Google showed me Charles Philippi is Charles Schulz, at least gave me the clue. Here's Reinhard Heydrich, Charles Schulz, two very similar looking people. And again, I say they're not pulled out of the hat, and we'll take a look at some other images. Um, but again, I mean, these are virtually identical, but here we have the guffawing Reinhard Heydrich, and here he is, big smiling Charles Schulz, the younger man. And here is a comparison of the ear. People who want to do biometrics can take a look. I don't know if I have a right ear or a left ear. The suits and the shirts have the buttons on the correct side, but sometimes they have them backwards. But you can look here, you can see that there is a prosthetic that's wrapped around Charles Schulz's face. Now, you're left with a lot of questions, like, why in the world does Charles Schulz need this prosthetic? Yeah, I lost my pointer. Need this prosthetic over here for what reason? And does he have one on him? Yeah, possibly. I'm not 100% sure on that. But his is readily identifiable. I mean, it really looks like the Hannibal Lecter mask. And here, looked up some German just to do some comedy there, but it's not that funny, frankly. Here's Charles Schulz with his family, and here's Reinhard Heydrich's children. I was hoping I'd find one that I could identify, and I think I have one here. You see this goofy-looking kid, the big ears sticking out, and here's Charles Schulz's son, obviously taken earlier. This is taken later, so here's Charles Schulz. The girls, I had a much harder time with. Maybe somebody else wants to take a look, but I think this is a pretty good likeness, and you can see even the ear sticking out there. It's the same goofy looking kid. Again, here's Charles Schulz as a baby, Reinhard Heydrich, and Reinhard Heydrich does appear to be Charles Schulz. This is Klaus von Stauffenberg. He is known as the man who tried to kill Hitler, and there was a recent movie about it, and Tom Cruise played him. And who is he? Boom, Charlie Chaplin. And it's like, Charlie Chaplin, yeah. Charlie wasn't in that picture, but if you take a look here, we have similar features, similar hair, kind of a darker coloring, but of course they faked that. But I mean, look at the ear. There's this thing going on at the top of the ear on both of these gentlemen, and this concave aspect here, attached earlobe. And they probably added something over here to the nose, but this is, even I, who will look at ears but don't necessarily able to do biometrics, say that's a reasonably similar ear. We find some other pictures of Klaus and Charlie. So here's a happy, smiling Klaus von Stauffenberg. He probably should have kept his mouth shut, because Charlie Chaplin had the worst set of teeth ever, like Mike Myers and those movies he makes. Here you can see Charlie's got a prosthetic nose on. There's that ear again. And again, big fat smiling face with horrible teeth. And here's Klaus von Stauffenberg. And another picture of Klaus von Stauffenberg. And this, again, he should kept his mouth shut, but how could you not smile when you're trying to kill Hitler? Because you can see Charlie's got this really horrible tooth, and these are not fake teeth on Charlie. They just simply were not able to do the kind of dental work they do today. And here's that horrible tooth, and this is the same man. And if you say, well, he looks much fatter here, I could take the picture in just slightly to account for what is some expansion of the picture. The ear looks the same with the same kind of, well, here it's a slightly different angle, but the flattening. So this is the same man. If we want to confirm, we should take a look at his main squeeze. Again, another picture. They look the same. And here's a picture of Charlie Chaplin. Looks like he got his teeth fixed. And this is co-star Una O'Neill. And I think they fell in love because of the bad teeth. She has ridiculously large, oversized choppers, and he's got these horribly ugly teeth. And there's a pot for every cover, and the fact that he's very talented has nothing to do with anything. It's just they like each other because they have big teeth together. Here's another picture of Una O'Neill, and you'd want to give him at least a little bit of credit for playing the guy who tries to kill Hitler. However, there had to be people around who in the late 30s and early 40s said, like, hey, isn't that Walt Disney there playing Hitler? And isn't that this one playing that one? I mean, Joseph Goebbels looks just like Walt Disney's brother. So Charlie Chaplin does this film called The Great Dictator. And at the end of it, he plays this Hitler-like character, and at the end of it, he explains what he's doing. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed and hate and intolerance. Meanwhile, he's one of Disney's cronies, and putting out the speech to explain what Adolf Hitler is really doing. And meanwhile, the greediest SOB on the planet, raping the planet, stealing from people, invading countries, just horrible. And here, Charlie Chaplin, a crony of Walt Disney, who we'll see in a minute, was the man who was playing Adolf Hitler, comes up with this film to try and explain. There had to be people who had lots of questions about why these Disney people were showing up as Nazis. So just more lies and propaganda. Here is Disney employee Tex Avery. I think he's an artist. And here's rocket scientist Werner von Braun. We had another rocket scientist early, but you can see these are two very similar people, and I'm going to say it's the same person. Again, I didn't go through 2 billion images comparing Nazis with Disney's. All right, here's an older Tex Avery, and here's an older Werner von Braun. They may be adding something prosthetic over here, but I believe this is the same person. He's much older over here. This is our rocket scientist, Werner von Braun. All right, we're about to get probably a lot more interesting as we get into the meat of the topics. Joseph Goebbels, Minister of Propaganda, find him in this picture.